It's not one of those damn New England IPAs, is it?
I'm afraid that it is.
I was afraid of that.
Who knows where this is going to go?
Because now you're in, you're in for about a 2-minute harangue from Big John about cloudy beers and blah de blah. Coming to you basically live from the Beer to Whiskey Studios, high atop Barley's Tap Room on Washington Street in magnificent downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this episode of Big John and Five. That's where I get my good buddy here, Big John Richards, to pick a beer from one of Barley's 72 or so taps. We sniff it, we sip it, we get bits about it. John tells us a little about the brewery. Sometimes he gives us a little brewing history. And the best part, we get to drink a lot of beer.
Oh, and we get to start early.
Yeah, we're actually starting on time today. I'm very excited. John, what did you pick?
So we kind of collaborated on this one for our first beer of the day.
We did, but now you gave them a peek behind the curtain, and you let them know that I have some input.
The first one. This is the first time we've let them behind the curtain, Russ.
Okay.
All right. So I declared that I believe that the best days start with IPAs. So that's what we're doing today. We're starting with with Sycamore Brewing out of Charlotte, their Slurricane IPA, which is one of their seasonals.
It's not one of those damn New England IPAs, is it?
I'm afraid that it is.
I was afraid of that.
Who knows where this is going to go?
Because now you're in, you're in for about a 2-minute harangue from Big John about cloudy beers and blah de blah. But I'm sorry.
Well, so just lead off with that, and it's my stance is developing, and it's not that I hate hazy beer in the strictest sense I can say. It's that I hate how lazy brewers have become because of hazy beer, and some of these beers are bad, and this one is not. This is a really, really good beer with a great balance to it. It's a really juicy IPA, but with a clean finish. It doesn't get that weird green vegetal thing on the end. It doesn't turn acidic. It's just crisp and dry, big and juicy, lots of fruit flavor, and call it a day. And it's super refreshing. It's 7%. It's easy to drink, and it's a really well-made beverage. So when something like this happens, I'm happy to give it its due. It's just when these things come out and they're rushed out of the bright tanks, they're not mature yet, they get thrown into a can, and they taste terrible.
Not to mention the fact we're big fans of Sycamore, which is over in Charlotte. I do know that. See, I'm gonna take over a little bit of your glory there anyway.
Absolutely.
They're over.
We
in
share
Charlotte.
more these days.
Yeah, they're over in Charlotte, and I was there. I don't know. It's been about a year and a half ago. It was during the COVID nonsense, and so I didn't get the real impact of it because you couldn't go inside. Everything was outside and all that silliness.
But Sycamore is the third biggest independent brewer in North Carolina.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Are they ahead or behind of Highland?
I believe Highland is still the biggest independent.
Okay, good. Because I'm a Highland guy.
Oh yeah. Well, we got Highland in our hearts.
Yes.
That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
Sycamore's growing like nobody's business.
They make some damn good beer.
They really do. So I think we can jump into this
All
whenever
right.
you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I was born ready.
Let's see what happens.
Text Miss Lily. That's actually a little greener on the finish than I expected.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm getting a little... But then I just got down in a 16-ounce Kolsch, so maybe my taste buds are a little...
You know, it really does have something to do with what you've had before, especially if you haven't made an effort to clean your palate between. You can influence what you've had. That's why
that was a brilliant segue.
Professional tasting panels are so difficult, and they have to put so many regulations on, like you're not allowed to brush your teeth before you come to a professional tasting panel. Because the toothpaste and the flavor will linger in your mouth for so long and influence what you're tasting. So there's so many different things that can influence what goes on. With this, I just pull a lot of I pull a lot of big tropical and stone fruit flavors. There's a lot of like peach and mango going on in there with me, and then it drops citrusy in the finish, and you get a little acidity there just for dryness, I think, but it doesn't linger that way astringent on your tongue the way some of these do.
Yeah. In fact, it's a little on the dry side for New England.
It is, and that's one of the reasons I dig it, because it's so clean. So many times with the New England, it's so mouth coating. It's like it's chalky feeling when it hits your tongue because it's so mouth coating.
Yeah, this has a nice mouthfeel to it.
Yeah.
And I get a lot more, not that I'm even getting a lot at that point, but I'm getting more citrus out of it on the nose than I am.
I think you're right about that. I think you're right. I was gonna, as I was smelling it to start with, I was like, I got to get some out of the top of this glass so that I can even get any aroma in there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a lemon lime sort of.
Yeah, I am too. Maybe
citrusy thing up front.
Maybe that's what I'm mistaking for the green thing. Is it's actually more of a, not like a soda pop lemon lime, but like a squeezing,
like it's that
real,
zesty.
possessed part of it.
Yep, it's. I mean, the flavors in here are really authentic. They don't feel contrived.
Yep.
It's pretty obviously not, actual juice that's been put in there, but those flavors are. There's a lot going on in there.
There is. I like this.
And you can sit down with this and really kind of experience what's going on, and it'll change with you as it warms. Another example of taking your time with the beer, because. This will open up and so many more flavors will come out as it warms with us. And I know this just because I had one of these the other day, but it's going to get a good bit more tropical and like juicy stone fruit as it warms up.
Right.
Just as it sort of richens, and it'll get a little sweeter as it warms. So those flavors pull out quite a bit more as it warms up. And this is a good bit brighter right now than it will be 20 minutes from now, if we were to take that long with it.
Well, we're not going to take that long with this moment.
Not with these guys.
So you ready to let them go?
I think so. I think we've done enough damage.
So damn lucky. See you next time.